People-pleasing does not protect your relationships. It protects your fear. And the strange part is that it often feels like the right thing to do. It feels like being kind. It feels like being easy to love. It feels like being the person who keeps everything calm. But every time you say yes when your body is begging you to say no, you teach your brain one dangerous lesson. Your real self is a problem. That is why people-pleasing is so destructive. Not because it is loud, because it is quiet. A fake yes is a quiet no to yourself. And over time, those quiet no's start piling up until you can no longer tell where your personality ends and your survival strategy begins. You answer quickly. You agree automatically. You apologize when nothing is your fault. You make yourself smaller so nobody else feels uncomfortable. And then you wonder why you feel exhausted even when you did nothing hard. That is because people-pleasing is work. It is constant emotional surveillance. How do I sound? Did that upset them? Should I explain more? Are they disappointed? Do they still like me? Your brain isn't designed to stay in a constant state of social threat detection. So eventually you burn out. Then you get resentful, then numb. And by the time you notice what is happening, the pattern already feels like your personality. It is not. It is conditioning. At some point, your nervous system learned that disagreement meant danger. Not always physical danger, social danger, tension, judgment, rejection. The silence after a boundary. So your brain did what brains do. It tried to keep you safe by making you agreeable. That is a learned threat response, a conditioned pattern. And it probably worked. It kept conflict away. It earned approval. It got people to call you so nice and so easy to be around. But there is a hidden cost. The more you protect everyone else from discomfort, the more disconnected you become from your own life. That is the trap. People-pleasing creates the illusion of connection while slowly destroying the thing connection actually requires: honesty. Because being liked is not the same thing as being known, and being known is the only kind of safety that actually lasts. Here is the loop. You feel pressure, you say yes, you get approval, you feel relief. Your nervous system learns that relief is reward. Then the next request comes, and you disappear again. Pressure. Yes, relief. Repeat. That is not kindness. That is self-abandonment with good manners. And if you do it long enough, the cost becomes very specific. You start feeling tired in a way sleep cannot fix. You start feeling invisible even when you are in the room. You start feeling responsible for everyone else's comfort and strangely disconnected from your own. That is what happens when your brain confuses approval with safety. Approval gives you a moment of peace. But peace is not the same as connection. Approval is temporary. Connection is what happens when someone meets the real you and stays. And that is why people-pleasing is so painful. It gives you the appearance of closeness while keeping the real part of you hidden. So here is the line most people miss. People-pleasing is what happens when fear learns how to sound like kindness. That is why it can survive for so long. It does not feel like a problem at first. It feels like being good, but being good and being invisible are not the same thing. So how do you break the loop? Not by becoming cold, not by becoming selfish, not by becoming the kind of person who never helps anyone. You break it by becoming honest. Here are 3 mechanical steps. Step 1. Pause before you answer. Most people-pleasers lose the battle in the first second. Someone asks, your body says no, your mouth says yes, so interrupt that pattern. Say, let me think about it. Can I get back to you? I need a minute. That pause matters because it creates distance between the request and your conditioned response. And in that small gap, you can actually hear yourself again. Step 2, practice one clean. No, not a speech, not a long explanation, not a paragraph designed to make them comfortable while you disappear. A clean no. I can't. Not this time. I'm not available for that. Short, clear, honest. The first time you do it, your nervous system may react like something terrible just happened. Good. That reaction is not proof that you are doing it wrong. It is proof that the pattern is changing. And every time you survive a clean no, you teach your brain something new. Discomfort is not danger. Step 3. Stop apologizing for existing. People pleasers are fluent in sorry. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for asking. Sorry for needing help. Sorry for having a boundary. Sorry for being human in a way that creates friction. Replace some of those apologies with truth. Thanks for waiting. I appreciate your patience. I need help with this. I can't take that on right now. Because every unnecessary apology tells your brain that your presence is a burden. It is not. You are not hard to love. You are just exhausted from auditioning for love. And that is the brutal part. The more you perform for approval, the less real connection you get. Because connection does not happen when you are perfect. It happens when you are real. When someone meets the actual you, the one with limits, the one with preferences, the one who sometimes disappoints people, the one who is still worthy anyway. So ask yourself, what are you calling kindness that is actually fear? What are you calling peace that is actually silence? What part of your life is being held together by your inability to say no? Because if your relationships only work when you disappear, they are not built on connection. They are built on compliance. And compliance always feels safe at first, until you realize it costs you your identity. A real yes is powerful. A real no is powerful too. Because both are honest, both are alive, both belong to a person with boundaries. So today, do one thing differently. Pause before you answer. Say no once without over-explaining. Or say yes only when it is actually yes. Not because you want to be difficult, because you want to be whole. Remember this. The goal is not to be liked by everyone. The goal is to stop abandoning yourself to stay easy to love. The moment you become responsible for everyone else's emotions, you stop living your own life. That is the price of people-pleasing, and the person paying it is usually you. If this resonated with you, subscribe. We decode the invisible systems shaping your behavior so you can finally break them. I'll see you in the next one.